Welcome to Narrowboat with James Built. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. I'm walking up the towpath at the moment to the wooden bridge to meet John from London Magnet Fishing. He always tells me he finds such interesting stuff, and he sent me a magnet a while ago, so I've done a bit of magnet fishing, but his magnets are proper strong. So anyway, let's see what he's got. Here's my man. Lovely bloke there, Carl, on his new Y-beam, heading down to the Kennet and Avon. We're just going to close up this lock for him, and then we're going to start fishing. And even though it's a chilly morning, there's quite a few people here to do some magnet fishing. So we got London magnet fishing here, and Middlesex magnets there. Let's see what we get.
So what do you fancy? Do you want to try this?
Yeah, go on then. How many tonne is it?
That'll pick up a ton.
That'll pick up a tonne?
Yeah. So basically what you've got to do, this is what they call an Evo 70.
Yeah.
When you throw it, you hold it sort of like that, and then throw it in.
Right,
If you're in a lot of like, there's a lump of cane hanging down there, oh shit, be careful with that.
Just got stuck to the piece.
Right, be careful
Well,
with
if
that.
this picks up a tonne, what do I do? So I can't pick up a tonne.
It'll only pick up a ton if it's perfectly clean metal and it's that's what you just pulled out there, look.
And the L.
That magnet you've got there is the same strength as that, but this is what they call a 360 magnet. This is magnetic all over.
Right.
Where that kind of magnet.
Same type. Right.
So go for it. Nice and slowly when you're pulling it back. This will be funny. So guys, we've got something to say today. Right now, who said boaters don't like magnet fishing? Look at this, we've got a boater here, look, we're having a go.
Giving it a go.
Giving it a go, yeah.
Oh, John, I think I got something here.
Nice job, be careful where that fall.
Oh, John, you know what? My first thing, I think it's a jar of piss. That's that's lovely. Wow.
Oh. Drive, right, we pulled out a big roll of chain link fences.
A big roll of what?
Chain link fences.
Bloody hell.
Right, and it was basically directly behind her boat. So if she would have backed up another little bit, would have been round her prop. She was so grateful she even made us tea.
John told me one thing, don't let it hit the sides. I can't believe you pulled out grenades and bombs and stuff.
You should have a look at the channel, mate.
When was the last time you pulled a bomb out?
Eh?
When was the last time you got a bomb?
Just before Christmas.
Just before Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm on the piley.
Well, then pull it. You've got to give it a yank when it gets to the top. Really hard
There's a
yank.
knife on that
Just a hard yank.
and a blade. Hang on.
Be careful, you might get some rope.
I think I've got something as well. Bloody hell. Oh my word, what the fuck is that? That's an old, that's a Draper toolkit.
Fucking heavy. You feel the weight of it.
That is insane. Oh. That's either a Draper toolkit or a bomb. I'm going to stand over here. Whoa.
Can I take a picture of you?
You certainly can. It's magnet fishing.
He's only a YouTuber, that's all. He's famous.
Oh, our grandkids love YouTubers. They
I had to shoot off briefly to become a taxi service so my parents could drink on a Sunday afternoon. But John has just called me and said, get yourself back here because he's found something. So I wasn't going to show you all of our fishing today, but John says this one's worth it.
I think your 4 cups are too short, mate.
How you doing?
We're doing good.
You found anything?
We pulled a gun out.
No.
Yes. Handgun.
What, here?
Yes.
Today?
Yes.
Blimey. Let's have a look.
We don't get it.
My word.
Pulled it out just here about 10 minutes ago.
We're waiting for the police to come now.
Police to come now.
Blimey. That's unexpected.
Yeah, definitely.
Welcome to Watford. Right, the police have arrived.
I wasn't sure because the first throw, I pulled out the BBs.
Yeah.
Second throw, pulled that out. But when I looked at it, it's got a chamber and a safety catch, so I thought I'd better call it in.
We gotta leave it where it is and wait for our firearms team to come out.
Yep, no problem.
Tango 698.
Well, I managed to fish out a microwave oven and a laptop, which is quite amazing. Not as impressive as John's find. Talking of which, the various police cars and people in high vis is starting to attract a bit of a crowd. So there's quite a few people on the bridge kind of watching us. There's still people walking up and down the towpath like a few foot behind this gun. This is just ridiculous. Fortunately, finding a firearm in Britain is fairly rare, but no one really knows what we're doing. The police are kind of looking at one another thinking maybe they should just radio in someone else to come down and sort this out. But all we seem to do is just kind of stand there staring at it and occasionally putting the bucket on it to stop it being so obvious there's a gun sitting here.
What, are you stuck?
Yeah. He's getting caught. He's getting 9, 7 in a real game.
Right, fished out a motorbike engine from the looks of things.
Is there a mobile engine? We need to get some shit cleared up.
Don't know what that is.
It's getting dark.
Some engine of some sort anyway.
Yeah. I think we call it that, I think, for a bit fishing.
Some of the gongoozlers have left.
Because of that gun or not, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll say it was alright. Yeah. I'm sure you have. Depends. Well, by the time we get all this sort of sorted out.
Yeah, get it all up in one place, and take it all up to the trailer or whatever.
Right, so we're all cleared up. Responsible magnet fishing. Kind of ruined the verge a little bit, although it's kind of underwater before we got here. Just finishing, leaving the police to do their business. The gun is just there, securely underneath some tissue. That's how we do things over here. Right, and then this is all the rubbish we're taking back. to the trailer.
Guys, I'm John from London Magnet Fishing. We had a day's out fishing with James. Our aim is basically to clean up the canals.
Good job. So all this stuff here that you've collected here, where are you taking that, John?
This goes to the scrap man.
Scrap man, fantastic. And all that came out the cut.
Yep.
Look at that.
Plus an engine, plus half a trailer load up there already.
Fantastic. Well, I can't see a problem with that from a boater's perspective, so well done, boys.
Thank you.
There you go.
Well done.
No worries. Cheers.
And what's your channel? Have you...
Middlesex Magneteers.
Middlesex Magneteers. Brilliant. Cheers, guys. There's a chimney there with the collar still attached. A couple of microwave ovens.
It's not only that, it's the pipe that goes right from the stove.
Yeah.
Well, look, to make some chips. Did you want that?
Nah. I got a couple of windlasses. And I'm not sure if this is Ben's boat, but in a minute I'm going to show you some footage that I took when I was up in Berkhamsted a few weeks ago of when I met this guy called Ben. He's the guy that I actually introduced him to a pile of rubbish in Canterbury. He goes around filling one of these up basically with metal that he finds on the side of the towpath and in the woods next to the canals and stuff. He doesn't fish stuff out of the canals himself. He just collects other stuff which he sees up and down the cut. Just met this really nice bloke called Ben, who is a haulier along the canals here. Basically picks up all the scrap metal that's left on the towpath and up and down the Grand Union, and then he kind of sells it to scrap metal people. But it's basically tidying up the canals, which is fantastic. Obviously there's loads of magnet fishermen at the moment. That's quite popular, but they some of them leave their findings on the towpath, so Ben just goes up and down, picks it all up and then flogs it. It's a pretty good service, so I just thought I'd help him out and do the gate for him. Well, I'm glad I got the chance to go out with John from London Magnet Fishing because, well, something him and I have been trying to arrange for a while, and obviously now we're in the same neck of the woods. It's easy. He always tells me that kind of the interesting stuff he finds in the cut. So I was expecting kind of drain pipes and a windlass and a few other bits and pieces. I was not expecting a couple of microwaves, a laptop and a gun. So. Yeah, and I certainly wasn't expecting to spend half the afternoon with the police. But alas, that is what happened. And last time we left it, the police had confirmed that it was a live firearm and they were taking it to somewhere to get tested, basically, and for them to have a little look at. But they were very thankful for the guys for finding it. And just goes to show, I mean, my boat went over that gun. That's exactly where my drive broke, because it's just before the wooden bridge. So crazy to think that, you know, you kind of what's inside the canal. And we only did a relatively a fraction, a tiny amount of canal between one bridge and a lock, and there were boats for most of it. So we literally did hardly anything. And that's the amount of stuff we got out. John says that he gets quite a lot of flack mostly from the CRT, but I think from other boaters as well. Obviously with anything, there's a whole spectrum of the way people do things. John and Middlesex Magneteers seem really professional in what they do. They take it seriously. They got all the gear and the equipment. They got a trailer right down on the towpath. Trolleys that they can take the stuff down to the trailer and then just drive it away to a scrap metal dealer who's kind of buys it off them. And there wasn't one screw, one nail, one bolt, nothing left on the towpath. They took absolutely everything apart from the gun. The police took that. and the laptop. The police took that as well. But other than that, they took everything. So I can understand from the CRT, they don't want people taking stuff out the cut, taking the good stuff and leaving all the screws and shit on the floor for everyone to kind of injure themselves on, and for dogs to walk over and stuff. So yeah, that's obviously horrific, and boaters don't want that either. But if it's a case of going round the canals fishing out old World War II bombs and guns and all sorts of stuff, they pulled out a massive chain earlier as well, like 3 meters worth of chain. If that gets wrapped around your prop, that is wrenching your engine out of the mount. You know, it's horrific. So I think what they do is absolutely fantastic, and I think the CRT should be making it easier for them to do this, because the CRT aren't doing it. So, you know, it's not like they're treading on their toes. So, and there's so much stuff. Obviously, it would get caught up in the dredging of it, but you know, that's not happening much either. So, I think this is a great thing, and the police obviously think so as well. They were mighty relieved that a gun had been, well, I don't know if they were relieved that a gun had been found, because I think they're enjoying their Sunday, but it was they were relieved that it had been reported, and you know, it could potentially lead to a crime being solved. So I think there's no doubt at all what John and other magnet fishermen do is really valuable to us boaters. So thank you very much, John, on behalf of all of us. I will put a link to John's channel, so for those people, it's probably quite niche because it's a lot of magnet fishing, but for those people that do want to watch it, give it a go. He's really good. He really kind of explains everything. He's really thorough. So yeah, it's well worth a watch. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to crack on with this later on tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.